Whiskey Chaser fam, welcome back to another video. Hope everybody is doing fantastic. I know I am. As you can see, it is bright, it is sunny, it is hot. It is 80 degrees outside, and that's because I am not in New York City. I am in Tampa, Florida. The reason why I'm in Tampa, Florida is because I have a huge announcement to this channel, which is this is no longer a motorcycle channel. This is a multi-vehicle channel at this point. This is a multi-terrain vehicle channel. And that's because last October, I came down to the Forgotten Angels campout. While I was here, I just so happened to find one of my dream vehicles. And I went and I got it. And that's gonna be this baby right here. This is a 1998 Toyota 4Runner. I believe it is a limited. It has a ton of work done to it. 3-inch lift, 34-inch tires. It's got a front winch, bumper, roof rack, canopy. It's got recovery gear all in it. It's got a camper inside of it, fully set up, tow package, all that good stuff. Light bar, everything, man. Honestly, this is a huge undertaking for me. I don't really know anything about off-road style vehicles, and I'm kind of like learning as I go. This is the second time I've been around it ever since I got this vehicle. I got it in October, brought it over here, parked it, and I have not driven it or anything. Now, this is gonna be the part where I'm gonna give a huge shout out to all of my Patreon members. You guys are amazing. You make this happen. If it wasn't for you, everybody, check them out at the end of the video. Everybody's listed there. If it wasn't for these people, this kind of stuff never would happen. So first and foremost, thank you so much to you guys for making this stuff happen. Second, I want to thank all the people who viewed all of my videos over this last year that I was monetized, because every little bit helps, and I was able to scrimp and scrave and save up enough just to get this thing. Now, that being said, as you can see, I have a bunch of stuff down here: oil, coolant, a battery. This stuff set me back about 400 bucks today, because that battery is expensive. That's an expensive battery, and it takes 6 quarts of oil, and it's high mileage vehicle, and so I got a lot of stuff to do to it to get it back on the road, because I gotta drive this thing to New York City. Let's get started doing that, all right? All right, so first and foremost, before we get started on all that stuff, let's go ahead and take a look. As you can see, the interior, not the greatest. It's really not that good. Tint, very bad. The sunroof is sealed, so as you can see from up there, it's sealed and it does not work. That's fine, because I don't really care about the sunroof as long as it opens. Needs some work cosmetically. Does have not really any cracks in the dash, which I'm kind of shocked about, but the shifter boot is obviously a little bit worn out. The center console is a little rough. This stereo kind of just jiggles around in there, but it works. It does work. So yeah, it got a little bit of squeaking and you know, stuff like that. The door panels don't look amazing, but you know what? We're gonna get all this stuff cleaned up. We're gonna get it all ship shape. This thing is gonna be running like a top when I get done with it. Well, we'll see. Hopefully it will. So this is actually the coolest part of the entire thing, which is this camper that the guy I bought it from did not have time to fix. So these side dealios flip up for storage. There's one on each side. That back area right there flips back on this, and then the rear seats can be folded down. So the rear seats are still fully usable. You can hold 5 people in this vehicle with really no loss of trunk space. You do get a little bit of loss with this, but it's not that bad. I'll tell you why in a minute. And then he also included the original steel wheels, and then this box right here, which is full of all kinds of center console parts, a headlight. I think a couple headlights are in there, because the headlights are a little not great. And then he gave me these drawer sliders, which he had these in here, but he meant to put drawers in there, just never got to it. But he gave me the drawer sliders so I can put drawers in, and then we'll have full accessibility for camping gear, for recovery gear, for anything. Speaking of recovery gear, this is for the winch which is I think a 12,000 pound winch, which is this guy, this Apex Badland, yeah, 12,000. And the cool thing about this is it's actually Bluetooth controlled. So the remote that I had in there is a Bluetooth controlled. You can also hardwire it directly in and it works just fine. This bumper is welded on. I believe he said it was welded on. Yeah, you know, it's got some minor little cosmetic things that need to be done. There's obviously paint missing and some rust and oxidation and stuff like that. But you know what? She may not win any beauty contests, but she's gonna be climbing. She'd be a climber, baby. These tires are basically brand new. I asked the guy, I said, would you run it on a 1,000-mile trip tomorrow? Without even hesitation, he was like, yep, not even a problem. I was like, I personally guarantee you it would make it. I'm scared, boys. I don't know. There's a lot. Reality is setting in. All right, so first and foremost, I'm gonna get the battery changed because the battery is not working. Then I'm gonna change the oil and I'm gonna add some radiator fluid because the radiator reservoir is almost completely drained, but there is radiator fluid in the actual radiator. So let's do that. But of course, first thing is first, when in Florida, must have the hard Mountain Dews. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Nice. All right, got through that with not too much trouble. One of the bolts did break at the head and I'll have to fix that, but I did secure the battery kind of enough so that it's not moving. So there you go, easy peasy, starts right up. So as you can see, the truck runs fine. It's not having any hiccups, like it goes just fine, everything's good. These things, they run forever, and the reason why they run forever is because they built them like fucking tanks, number one, and number two, they're like kind of slow, so you can't really dog them too much. I mean, you can dog the suspension, but you can't really dog the engine or transmission, so they just kind of run forever. Yeah, we'll see how long this one runs. Hopefully a long time, and I don't have to fix it. All right, added more coolant, changed the battery. So now I'm going to go off and put some gas in this thing because it's been a while and I didn't put that much in it. I hope this camera stays put. I have it kind of rigged up a little weird. Got the license plate put on, filled up the coolant tank. It's warmed up, everything's good. It's not pulling any coolant in to the thingy from the reservoir, so that's good. That means that it actually had enough coolant in the radiator, which is great, fantastic. I gotta change the oil, but my dumbass did not pick up a oil wrench when I was at the auto parts store, and Jack does not have one, which is okay because the battery that I had in has a core charge in it of like $23 or something like that, so I don't expect any problems there. I can just change that in and then get my Delio, come back, do a nice oil change. It's a lot of shit moving back there. And then, oh shit! That was a big hit. All right, let me see if I can fix this. All right, we're gonna try this again. I used a different mount. We'll see if it bounces off. Question is, I don't understand, or I don't really know about my legalities of using this mount on the windshield because it's kind of big, but whatever, we don't live here anyway, right? Dude, shit is falling all over the place back there. This AC, it does work, but it may need to be recharged which I don't even really know if it can be recharged at this point, because this thing is so old. I guess we're gonna find out. But on the plus side, I mean, it seems to be running just friggin' fine. Everything seems to be great. Temperature seems to be holding fine. I left it on for a while and just kind of let it run, let it do its thing. Ooh, I got the freaking Bluetooth hooked up finally, which I was not able to do last time I was down here. Where am I going? I don't think I went the right way. All right, now we're ready. Woo! Take our shadow. Oh, let's pick it up. That look like 6 quarts to you? Come on. Slow down. Perfect. All right, now let's get this turd burglar out of here. Tip for if you ever do this: wear looser pants. Also, I'd like to point out how K&N has completely made this tool obsolete. So I know a lot of people don't like K&Ns. They say they aren't as good as whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, race cars use them, so I think they're fine. And they have the fucking nut on the top. This thing is amazing. With this, you don't need this. You just put the thing on it and psh, done. So simple. So yeah, that's why I get K&N for everything. On the Bolt, on the Sportster, on this, on the Bullet, everything. K&N, because of that little thing right there. All right, so these 4Runners take 6 quarts of oil. Actually, I'm gonna put the 5 gallon in first, and I'm gonna check it. Much easier to fine tune with a small jug rather than a. Ow! Jeez, that was ridiculous. All right, here we go. Quarts, check. No leaks, nothing. Something else. Alright, so there's your 5. Should be able to run just fine with a quart less, about 3/4 of a quart less. Start it up, see where we're at, check it, and then fill to where we're supposed to be. No leaks. Cool, and as suspected, we are right at the low line, so we'll just fill her up. And that is how you do maintenance on a 1998 Toyota 4Runner. Rock on. Let's go drive it and see people. We're here, right? Why not? Let's do it. Hey, Jack's here.
I am? Don't hit my fence.
I was just about to say, I'm gonna try not to hit your fence.
For some reason, everybody that parks in my yard hits that stump. And I always tell people, watch out for the stump in my yard. Now, it's perfectly obvious.
Yeah.
But everybody hits the stump.
It's not a small stump. Watch out for the trash can.
Oh, you can run over the trash can. That's the counter.
That was one to me.
Are you really saying
I don't know how to get there, so.
I do.
Okay. Well, I don't.
Okay. Now, it may confuse me actually being in a vehicle. I was a motorcycle going.
That's true. So, like, everybody, I always get these comments too. People like, so happy you're leaving that commie state, and I'm so happy you're leaving New York, and you're actually gonna be freedoms and da-da-da.
I'm gonna say this. So New York, yeah, it's got a lot of its bad issues,
yeah,
and I get it. But it can also be very pretty, and it can also be very fun. Like, where else are you gonna find Central Park?
Yeah.
You know,
I love New York, to be honest. Like, I love New York City. I think it's awesome. I think it's
the nightlife is
super
amazing.
Fun place. And dude, 24-hour beer. You can order beer 24 hours a day. Not at the bar. That's only till 4 a.m., which is like also crazy. But you can go to the store 24 hours a day and get beer. And you can order Chinese food. It's fun.
Oh,
and it'll be delicious.
Chinese food's amazing up there. down here in Florida, Chinese food is subpar to say the best. Why am I so fat? Living in a state where I sweat so bad.
much.
I should be losing like 10 to 15 pounds a day.
I could probably be in a lot better shape too, because I do a lot of walking and I go up and down 5 flights of stairs every day, like almost forever. But I can also order a cheeseburger at 4 o'clock in the morning. Drunk as shit.
His fucking shirt. He's fucking habitual. Roast coffee. The
Maybe-
fuck Sundays wasn't open on Sunday.
Maybe they roast pigs.
Half
Or maybe they just do a roast. Like a nice traditional roast beef. Carbies. We have the meats.
Should we go down to New York pizza?
Yeah, you should go down to New York. Alright, they wanted to take me to pizza. Down in Ybor. Where are we going?
Amici. Or, excuse me.
Due Amici Pizza. This is like how many pizza places? Oh, Coyote Ugly's right there. I didn't even realize that.
God forbid.
2 of those, maybe. How excited are you for this?
I'm so excited for food. I have not had shit since 12 o'clock today.
Well, you got a lunch break.
Oh, you had a lunch break.
I didn't get it.
We didn't get a lunch break. All right, I tried it. I gotta say, toppings, fantastic. Toppings taste great. The dough, just ain't there for me. Just ain't there.
Drunk and hungry food.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But you know, that's the thing. Is like I ran into drunk and hungry food in Brooklyn, and I got mad about how cheap it was and how good it was. I got physically angry about how good this pizza tastes. So it's okay. I mean, it'll get a pass. It's still pizza. I like pizza. Go to New York, get pizza. You'll see what I'm talking about.